gentlemen, welcome to Hogwarts Legacy.
If I had to pick one shot, it'd be glad
Revelio.
No, they're just a lie. Now it is.
Off on another adventure, are we?
And you say one of them than him.
What is Rowling surrounded by Jarvis?
I'm sorry, they're Jarvis.
Revelio.
What did you just call me? What's a Jarvis? Where that sound? I don't know where that sound came from. But up we go.
Revelio.
There's no time to dilly or dally when one is late to class. I know this because I have been late to class a lot. Eventually we learned I should no longer use the locker.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Candle, a book, and be your textbook. Wait,
Levioso.
a feather.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
I'd say that's more than a little larger. Go on, feather the mannequin.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent. So, well done.
I think I got.
The best way to practice is by
But one do I go probably had that
Duelists, take your
combo
marks.
go all
Time
up
for a
soon.
proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Lucky. your first duel?
Let's just say
Student this adept. I do enjoy a lively duel.
A point for me.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I'm in that combo.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So,
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
So the question is
That's
cup of
enough
tea.
spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Ooh, I like that idea. Take the teacher down.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
What?
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
And illegal. Intrigued on.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Revelio.
I'm gonna bury mine to the chest over here.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
You know, I suppose that guy won't get his butt kicked. But most likely nothing's gonna save him. No spell, no wizard, no amount of knowledge. I wish to study, and at the same time not to study. Just collect knowledge and never read any of it. I actually have a book training from my TV that I started reading before I left, and I never finished.
Professor Rowling told us to go on a bit. We sometimes have
But I don't want to throw away. It's the book of build.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with a passion.
Vad gör jag
and
till
rigor
Jordan?
of
That seemed
challenge.
strange.
Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
No, that's an idea.
Accio.
That is not bad.
Exactly,
You are a
summoning.
swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Fascinating, Warden. Like it, not after you, after me. Didn't make sense.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
I love this little game.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes?
I had to look at him
I
and
could
make
be
him
talking
sound
about
better.
theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done. Very good.
Stop at 20?
That's it.
Yeah, we stopped at 20.
Excellent control there.
20 is a nice number
Very
to
good.
stop.
Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yeah, be honest, I forgot I named him Alfred. Alright.
Very good.
Ooh, not hard enough. And hit it a little harder.
Oh, that was an execution.
Nice.
Let us see this. There we go.
I think there shall be no tie.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Yeah. I tried knocking off. And some noise could think it's fine.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Ah,
I think we are well past interesting at
Right.
this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Misha. That is how it's done.
alright.
Splendid.
Watch this.
Oh,
Don't lose your composure.
so close.
There we go.
I need 50 windows. Got him.
Nicely done.
I'm ashamed that ball fall out though.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
That ball did bring shame upon me.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there.
I want my dude
I must
hunched over a
admit,
bit.
I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Glad you understand. I'm holding my own.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Oh, you said Uganda. My bad.
Well, it's been nice talking and
Oh, yeah.
competing with you.
For a second there, I thought she said Wakanda.
I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can.
A
use
word,
Accio
if you would.
afterwards, if you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
I honestly wish I had a fun teacher like that when I was in school. Fortunately, I did not. And I flew flames down.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that. Cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Screw safety sometimes.
Hello there.
Dangerous,
You're the new
sometimes
student,
fun.
aren't you?
But you
Hello. You wanted to speak to me.
more of a hoot than
Samantha
what
Dale.
actually.
I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Wasn't too challenging.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronan's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Revelio.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the
Oh,
minister
that
for magic was
is
Albert
that
Boot.
thing.
No, it wasn't. Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the minister a boot or the minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be.
I don't know what Peeves is, but it's fun.
It's a boot and he says it's a flack.
Alright.
Enough. You'll get us all detention.
3, 0,
It
2.
was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
4, 1, 8. Yes. No. 7. I don't know why that thing's 7. I'm guessing they will run out of symbols. Oops, I accidentally changed that.
Revelio.
What's behind the skull? And of the full collection. That's less fun.
Revelio. Lumos.
Hell. I know where's something. I mean, you got Lumos on any future statues we find.
Revelio.
When we find future statues. So, there we go. Tapestry of Bonnevet. Love the name.
Revelio.
Gyroscopes. Oh, that's interesting. What's this? Weird and odd. Ominous. Like it.
Revelio.
Oh yeah, this.
Lumos.
So these are weird. It shows something. I'm not sure what it is. Something about open window. Where is the window at?
Revelio.
I don't know about window, but here's him. Come on. And now we take the little bug. And we throw the little bug in the picture frame. Right on the little bug mark. Alright, now I don't think there's anything up there. So let's go do something different. Whatever that something is. Or we could go into you.
Revelio.
You're another classroom. So, we'll come back to you eventually. Gabagool. So I think this game seemed to take place long before the first Harry Potter.
Revelio.
Possibly decades before. Not a century, just decades.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Yes, absolutely.
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Extra, you say?
I'm not sure I have time for extra assignments, Professor.
You shall find the time. You'd be astonished to know just how much you don't know. In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily.
I feel that kind is impossible.
Regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
I can't know how much I don't know because then I would know it.
You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Revelio.
Remind me, they got a drink called Bo Bill at Universal Studios in Florida. I haven't had one in a while, but when I did, y'all better believe it was good. I don't think it's what Bo Bill was originally supposed to be, though. Mainly because it's non-alcoholic.
Ah, there you are.
Yes.
You have a new spell to teach me.
Here I am.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
I feel Captain works well. Kinda looks like he'd be a boat captain. With that being said, I'm gonna not do that this episode. Because I was gonna say I'm gonna end the episode here, but they got some interesting things. Sometimes these things are good things. Thought I got a new pair of gloves. Oh my god, or they're not? Guess I didn't. Anyway, see you guys.